Hello, 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 and welcome back to Slay the Spire. Where last we left off, I had just cleared out Act 2 and was gonna play Act 3 and was strategizing when, unfortunately, the call of Baby overpowered me. Fun fact, I first found out about this game because it was in one of my Steam lists, games for dads or games for gaming dads, because you can play it in short sessions. This is quickly turning into one of my most overpowered runs with 2 Hyperbeams, 4 Claws, and a Seek that I always start with, so I can choose the most OP way to start. There's even an Echo Form, and an all-in-one that I just picked up to get me those claws back. In theory, I should be able to dominate anything. In practice, this is Ascension 5, so everything hits a little harder. My first time doing Ascension 5. I think I'm gonna go this route. 3 questions, monster, campfire, second campfire, it's the same number if I go this way. So I can do this all with 1 elite or 2, depending on how bold I feel. So yeah, 2 basic fights, or actually 1 basic fight. I'm not going for score here, I'm going for survival, so yes. Let's start off by Jaxing for sure. Then that should empower some of my attacks. I don't have enough defense for this turn, so I need some defense. I'm also looking for Hyperbeam fodder. I could go Echo Form on turn 1, and that would secure the whole fight. Actually, yeah, so I'm skipping the Hyperbeam this turn in favor of Massive Block, Echo Form, to secure the entire fight. And take 3 damage here is fine, I can deal with that much. Because now, there's Claw in the bin that I can get back. I can hit him twice to weaken him for a long time, or I can... Yeah, okay, so this is the plan. We're going to weaken. All in 1 to get it back. Claw, weaken, so he's weak for pretty much the whole fight now, and then D, up. Unfortunately for me, I am trying to stall long enough to get out the heal wrench, which is next turn. I won't kill him if I double claw here, but I also won't full block, because he's going to deal 14. So let's go full block, strike, strike. Hyperbeam is lethal, so I'm going to hold off. Clearly I'm aiming at a higher level than he is fighting at. Double heal gets me to 74 out of max, that's good enough. Booyah! I don't have any draw cards in my deck, so I'm absolutely taking the draw card I'm offered here. Let's buy a couple potions, sure, why not? Speed, swift. Oh, right, because I have the thing that makes it... That was a colossal waste of money. Glowing Tesseract, sure, add 3, why not? I don't have to actually add any if I don't want to. Draw, extra damage on debuff. Those are both interesting. Draw, extra heal through each cycle, artifact, okay. Okay, so a lot of good zero-cost stuff here, honestly, that goes well with all-in-one strategies, but it also thickens my deck in general. I like this idea of draw 2 and put something down. I also like Sadistic Nature because it'll empower my Go for the Eyes and... Wait, I only have Go for the Eyes? I don't have the other one? I have the weak, but I don't have the vulnerable. Interesting. So really it only works with 1 card in my deck, so it's not that good a power. Alright, we're gonna take this. These all exhaust, so again, how useful really. Help me dig 1 time, I guess. More healing. Why not? And... So now I've clearly abandoned the thin deck strategy, I'm just thickening up. Always dealing more damage with each round makes sense to me. Wheel of Goblin! Honestly, any outcome is good. Literally any outcome is good for me. Even, well, okay, not literally. Okay, I thought that removed a card from the deck. I did not know that cursed me. Well, curses suck, but it's a good thing my deck has enough cards in it to mitigate how often I draw that curse now. Bad thing to draw it on turn 1. What are you going to do? To deal with these enemies... Oh my god, I just had a crazy, crazy realization. Hyperbeam costs 2. Why is that a crazy realization, you ask? Because I have exactly 4 mana. That's so awesome, I don't even know what to say. Okay, this is the one fight that could go badly for me this game. I'm gonna draw 2. Put this on top of the draw pile. I don't want to deal with it this turn. Actually, put the amplify because I don't need that right now. I'm probably going to get enough block this turn to make do. Here we're going to take Echo Form. We're going to get that nice and early and guaranteed usable block. Go ahead and dig for better cards. I'm gonna go Echo Form early this guy because this boss needs as much scaling as I can get. In the meantime, get as much blocking as I can get, and now, with whatever power I have left, strike him. 4 damage. Something, but 6 damage, okay. But anyway. I now have the ability to double Hyper Beam on this turn, so you see it's already paying off that I have Echo Form. Weaken, and full block. Okay, now what? Well, we're definitely going to want to do double Hyper Beam. The only question is if it's better to go double Machine Learning, so that I draw 2 each turn. Actually might just be worth it. I know it's significantly less damage dealt, but it's also going to affect him for the entire fight. That I get 1 extra card that I can probably play every turn. Double self-repair, no. Double jacks, maybe. The correct answer, however, is pretty obvious. Nah, double self-repair is actually pretty good. I'm probably going to take that much damage this fight. We're going to go Claw, Claw. I should have jaxed first, my bad. And then we're going to Leap. And then we're going to strike him so that we can go everything all over again. That all-in-one was ultra powerful. But now he starts really amping up. Like, if I don't kill him quickly, I'm going to suffer. Draw a bunch of cards, please. Okay. Swift Strike is easy. Weak is easy. Oh, I think we have lethal here, because we also have the all-in-one to do it all over again. Trying to think, playing out the whole turn. I'm going to want to play a defense card before the turn is over. So that'll be this one. That will take advantage of the slow debuff. And then we're just going to whip him as hard as we can. There he is, downed. As I've said before, Hyper Beams are my upfront burst damage, but my scaling is all through the claws. I can get an extra campfire this road. No, I don't. It's the same either way. One more question from this then. 196 gold to buy a relic. Are there any shops that I would go to? 1. Maybe 2 down the road. If I go this route... I'll buy a relic, it's fine. Everything starts off weakened. That's actually really good for me. Wait, no, I was thinking vulnerable. Weakened actually doesn't make a difference. Not for the way I'm playing. Oh my god, it doesn't exhaust? Okay, that's awesome. That means I can use it every time I all-in-one. I kind of want to take on an extra elite. I'm feeling gutsy. I don't need the health, I don't need the campfires, and I don't need the merchant now, so yeah, let's try it. Blood Vial and Singing Bowl. Sure, fair enough. 8 damage. Draw 4 is a lot better than draw 3. I'm not really duplicating powers often enough. I don't want to overcrowd my first one. Yeah, this is the one. We're going to go with draw 4. Very good. Next. Boss time. This is an elite fight? I feel like these guys were simple, but maybe I'm forgetting how hard they really are. Probably. Oh, I didn't know they ramped that hard. Yeah, okay, this is a harder fight. How am I going to win this? I've got 5 actions. I can go Seek, double Hyperbeam for 64 up front. I can make that 84 for one of them. But then I have an odd number here. I can't actually just... I can block 9. I think that actually is probably good enough. Let's go with that. Double Hyperbeam, please. So we're gonna go Sunblock, Jax myself, and then for Great Justice ×2. I can use this to instantly kill one of them next turn, so I'll see which one's more valuable. I can Claw. We're gonna weaken the weaker of the two. Then we're gonna swipe him and remove him from play, so this is effectively heal 19, kill an enemy, so that's so worth it. And then pass. So we took a little bit of damage there, honestly, and I don't know that there was a better way to do it. Maybe there was, maybe there wasn't. We're gonna heal. Oh, I can just kill him. There you go. +2 max HP, definitely. So extra elite killed. Oh, beauty of beauty, hallelujah. So in this case, I will take damage from Reflect if I insta-gib everyone. I'd rather not do that. I'd rather get a perfect fight here. So give me 2, please. Let's go with Hyperbeam. That should kill everything but one of them. And Leap for an early defense. Leap. Hyperbeam kills all but 2 of them. Oh, I forgot you. Well, now you're dead. I do not need to Jax myself this fight. I'm going to use this fight to heal. So bandage. And I'm also digging for an amplified... oh my god, this is not good. I can't actually play the claws without taking reflect. I have no defense. And I should have amplified that and I didn't. Oh well. This is gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot. But I can definitely make that up. I wanted to amplify this and I can't. That's gonna go to 59, 63... No, you know what? Take your time with this fight. There's no risk in this house. Whenever I'm ready to kill him, I just kill him. It's easy enough. I draw 2, put down 1. Draw 2, put down 1. 6, 12, block complete. Poke him. Block up, and I really want to get a double heal off before my next fight. 4. Well, I got the amplify, but that's all I got. Thank God he's not attacking this turn. Alright, there we go. I could amplify, but that's not going to do anything. So this is fine. Heal, heal. And is that it? That's all the heals out of my deck? Good. So now I'm free to kill him. Finish him. Maybe not worth it, I don't know. I'm not going to math right now. I'm just going to get 2 max HP and keep running. Of course I'll fight. I always am in the mood for a fight. A fight? Count me in! Alright, I can full block him with this if I can kill everyone else. I'm going to take a little bit of damage from this, probably. But that's okay. I save a lot by double hyperbeaming here. I don't have to fight the rest of the fight. Hyperbeam. Hyperbeam. Man, I could play this game 10 times and not get this lucky. Oh, actually, if I weaken him... Yeah, I'm still taking a little damage, but it's just a pittance. I can afford it. In fact, here, let's heal out of that. And do that. And do that, and that. And... do I finish him now, or do I wait? It's not worth waiting. Healing for 10 or 12 is not much. Whenever you exhaust a card, add a random card. My deck already does pretty good without random garbage. How much am I actually exhausting, though? Seek gets exhausted. Jax and Bandage get exhausted. I don't actually want random cards in my deck, so thanks but no thanks. I will, however, always say yes to being more Chloe. Refused a relic. That doesn't happen often. This is a familiar opening, actually. We're gonna go... Hyperbeam... and... really should take a free block card, probably. No, I can afford to pay for my own blocks. I have plenty. Yeah, let's do this. So, defense... Hyperbeam... Claw Strike... Am I defended? I am. Claw Strike... Block, block... Claw Strike. Now it's an easy pickup whenever I get the next one. Speak of the devil. Steam Barrier. All in one. Claw Wipe. Finish. Easy fight. Alright, I've never said no to a claw before, and I ain't gonna start now. So this is the most claws I've ever had in one deck, actually. I think 5 was my previous max. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1/5 of my deck is claw. I could heal before the final fight, but why bother? I got nearly full health as is. I can still lose if I play very poorly, but I have to play very poorly. I think if I all in one... Nothing here needs upgrading, even. Let's just give myself some better block for that off chance that I take a lot of damage. Alright, now, for all that I'm being so cocky getting to this point, I still have to think carefully, because these guys ramp very fast. I can more or less block him easily for 1 mana this turn. I think instead of opening with Hyperbeam, I'm going to open a little more cautiously. Let's go Echo Form, so I get overpowered early. And then start ramping the claws right away, probably. I want to make sure that I get all in one with as many claws to pull back as possible. So let's go here. I can block for 13, 21, that's just shy of perfect, and then I can get rid of this card since I won't need it anymore. I literally can't heal after this fight's over anyway. So killing Donu is always my priority because he has a high strength gain for them. Echo Form means I can deal 66 damage, but I'm going to take 30, and I have very little defense to work with. I'm kind of tempted to use this just to maximize how much damage I don't take. Is 6 damage not taken worth 30 more damage dealt? Probably not. Probably my best strategy, given how offensively leaned my deck is to go all out. Yeah, if this is the wrong decision, it's my wrong decision and I'm making it. That really hurt, though. Like, I can't afford many more of those. Mercifully, I got all for 1, so this is going to be my whammy turn. Let's power up. Cripple, strike, strike, massive strike, get all of it back. Strike, 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 strike. weaken, which actually hit, and get as much D as I can. He's as good as dead. The next Hyper Beam will have him, probably. Okay, the next Hyper Beam isn't enough because of the shield, but that's okay, I can deal with it. I can double Hyper Beam here, and that's probably the best way to go. Or I can double Claw Strike. If I double Weak, I actually pierce him with Weakness. That's ironically the best move right now, because it saves me the most health, and that's how I'm going to lose this fight, is running out of health, not running out of damage. 10 is not enough, so we'll Claw to finish you. I'm actually almost dead. Sadly, I just realized this, but yeah, look at that. Thank God I have a breather. I really need one. Let's heal 8. There's nothing in here, so ideally this would be the turn to all-in-one, but I'm not going to draw all-in-one unless I get lucky. So let's do this. Let's draw 4. And then let's draw Dig. Put back the block that I don't need this turn. No, put the Leap back. I want to draw a Leap for sure next turn, because next turn is probably his fight turn. And then end turn. And pray, because if I don't have enough defense, I just lose the game on this next hand. I think I have enough. 13 and 13 is 26. Is 32. I take 4, so that's okay. Alternatively, 37 and 37 is 70-ish plus change, I win. That's just better. Clawface! So definitely started playing sloppy towards the end with my deck building, where I just started adding whatever the heck I felt like. But that's because the core of my deck was so powerful I could get away with it. Truthfully, I could have stopped adding cards about here, with dual Hyper Beam and 2 or 3 claws, and Seek pre-selected, maybe picked up Echo Form all for 1, maybe grabbed one of these leaps just to even it out, and then focused on removing blocks, and it would have been just as good or better. Less of those turns where I didn't draw the right thing. But given high Ascension level and intentionally killing extra elites, that's probably where the score came from, of 900 plus, which is probably the best score I've gotten so far. But yeah, it was a good run, and just shy of, just under an hour, which is nice. What is Collector? Have 4 copies of any non-threat. Oh, interesting. The plus 170 is from playing High Ascension, and the other money is from having killed 2 elites in Act 3 instead of 0, so that's where I got my points. But yeah, a lot of fun. Interesting game. It was absolutely, and I'm sorry about that no audio in the beginning bit, but absolutely this run came down to the fact that one of the first cards I was offered, in fact, the first card I got was Hyperbeam Plus, or Hyperbeam. And that kind of dictated my game strategy, because with Hyperbeam, there's no point keeping Zap, there's no point keeping Multicast, and I can focus on Claws to win. 32 damage AoE solves so many problems, trivializes so many of these fights. When you add on to that vulnerability, preferably by the relic that makes everything vulnerable in turn 1, this one makes them weak, not vulnerable. That further enhances the potency of that. And then, of course, when you're rocking with no focus as the defect, you naturally want to focus on things that still deal damage, and that's where claws come in. As I've said before, for anything which doesn't get mopped up by 1 or 2 hyper beams early, you can always claw wipe to finish it. Now, with just the 1 hyper beam and 1 claw, you want a deck size of 8 to 10 cards or so that you cycle them quickly. But when I started getting all these other fun cards and duplicates, I was able to make this meteor deck, which, while not necessarily as potent, you know, you do end up in the situation where you don't draw your leap in time. It is so much more resistant to those random curses that you pick up, or the ethereal cards that flood your deck for those fights where that happens to you. Anyway, very fun game. Hope you all enjoyed watching that. 10 out of 10 would run again. Thank you all for watching. Ascension 5 cleared, and I will see you guys next time.